Welcome to another episode of the podcast. This is now number 10. We've made it this far into the airsoft conversation. You fucking. By the way, I got Operator Chunk here. You guys known him before as Jake from State Farm, but his new name is now Operator Chunk. So if I get the comments down below, Operator Chunk, big fan, do it. Or call him Big Boy Operator Chunk, or call him Op Chunk Operator, or some shit. Do something that involves Operator Chunk in the comments.
Wow, so amazing.
Hey, you
I,
know,
I
you,
love, I
you know.
love my new content, bro. It goes so crazy. Dude,
Hey,
I'm gonna
look,
get I'm gonna get it.
it
We're
works.
gonna make merch of it for real.
Hey, like I said, once I hit that peak of people and everything, and am getting paid through YouTube, I will literally be making merch nonstop out the wazoo with everything that we've done in the past for the team, and all the way up to now to this point.
Option.
Yeah, we'll
I
even
broke
we'll
the
even
muzzle press
throw
dimension, okay?
We'll
So
even
now I got race
throw
ready.
we'll even throw your gear together on it. There's not gonna be much for my gear because I'm all black unless they like make a white hoodie or something. I do
I
have
mean,
to
we're gonna
on
put
a
my gear on
plus
there.
note
Then
on a plus
we're throwing
note.
my people gear.
What? Oh no, you're gonna get your original
Oh,
gear on there first before we get
I
your
was gonna say,
upgrade
if
gear.
we're doing my current gear, you're gonna be putting a lot of Pharaoh concepts up there. I love Pharaoh concepts.
But
No, I
anyways,
need everything
so
consistent.
what I was gonna say as well, Tad, on top of that, I am working on updating my YouTube back page background, where it's no longer my DMR that sits back there. I actually plan on doing my gas blowback back there, but also my channel name on the back in neon green lettering, along with I plan on working on a logo actually for my channel. So if anybody that watches these has an idea for a logo and wants to draw it out and everything for my channel icon logo, I will be more than happy to shout you out and everything to the liking of it. So if you artists out there have that creative idea, feel free to throw it out there.
I got you, yeah.
Hey,
All those
look.
are mine,
Hey,
bro.
look. I don't mind the fans enjoying at least a little fun of it being used
Oh,
because I will use it. I will use
I'll
it.
get all the smut drawers together.
Dude, don't worry. I got you, Leon. I'll do some big titty waifu shit.
Oh, you don't
Andy
need
Mott.
that.
Yeah,
I already got that. Don't worry.
Oh, real.
But anyways,
Not real. Gosh.
so
No, you're right. I'm not real. I'm an AI.
Alger sadly isn't able to join the lovely podcast tonight. But however, he is going to Dreadnought the next day. For those who watch this, he plays at Dreadnought normally on Saturdays or whenever he can. It's just like with me, I'm working constantly, so I'm surprised I even got um, 4 videos to get posted for this month. Let alone the fact, by the way, funny thing, to segue away from this for a moment. Saturday when we played, the second match, I went to go look at my run cam footage for the second match. Guess what my ass forgot to do?
What?
I forgot to take off the lens cover. Not even kidding. I forgot to take off the lens cover. I don't know if it was the match of it. It was the match for Infected.
That is such
It
a...
was match for Infected.
Wait, so is it? So are you just gonna use your?
I'm just
GoPro
gonna. I think what I'm gonna do is because like right now I'm doing the third footage from the following match. I'm just gonna get that one out there, get that one posted out there, and then after that, the following week I will post that match up there. But what I'm gonna do is because my run cam was covered, I'm just gonna do zoom ins on my GoPro, on the GoPro footage. So at least there's at least a little bit of zoom in so you can see what I'm trying to shoot at.
That's good.
Yeah, so I'm not too crazy worried about it. I don't mind it. Um yeah. But yeah, let's
Has to be cold water. Oh, Jesus. Think about it. Hasn't all water been around for millions of years?
well anyways, so Algers though I'm not even gonna answer that fucking thing. I don't.
I mean, is it technically
Op
true?
chunk big brain moment.
To put it lightly, life can't exist
just
without water molecules. So
Well,
Well,
put
yeah,
it this way.
it might be
Technically,
better.
we are breathing water. It's evaporated water to the point where plants and everything do all its stuff. But anyways,
Guys, we use MP5K stocks as melees and airsoft around these parts.
that's
Don't
what.
fuck with me.
I mean, it
Don't fuck
works.
with me. I'll melee you.
Anyways, let's
I have a genuine question.
Huh.
Actually, can you bring nunchucks into an airsoft range as a melee weapon?
Yes, as long as they're not like wooden, or you're not
Actually,
like you're not swinging at the players with them. Like you can do a light tap, like you can do a light swing tap. Just don't fucking huck it at players.
well, if I knuckle cluster someone in their helmet and it shatters their helmet, I'm probably gonna get kicked out.
Yeah, that's a definite kick out. Like you can get rubber training nunchucks. Like they don't care for those as long as you're not like smacking them with it.
A real Desert Eagle?
I mean, that's like saying, what if I brought my forbidden airsoft gun into the field?
No. You know what? At that point, guys, I'm just gonna go ahead and get my A10 Warhog.
My friend actually made an airsoft A10 Warthog here. It's RC. Cool.
What does
But
it do?
it may or may not. It may or may not have gotten murdered by a tree.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Well,
That's what happens when you have a shitty pilot.
That's user error.
It wasn't me.
Anyways.
That was user error.
Anyways, to go on to lovely Alger's questions here. The first one, and this is mainly for the two of us right now, unless B wants to also try to think of an idea for what she wants to do. First question is that Alger asked was, what current projects / builds is everyone working on?
Trying to get all my gear together. I am.
Well, that's okay. So that's more of equipment, like builds, like for guns, like gun builds. For you,
I already have.
Oh, we're talking about guns?
Apparently, I already have a gun. So I don't know.
well, you're gonna be using one of mine, but
Exactly. So
like right
yeah,
now, like okay, but the thing is like with you, I already haven't set mine to what to do for you. It's just the matter of the parts and everything that we got to put into it. That's the thing.
Right. So right now, this is my current project.
You could just tell them, Op Chunk. You don't have to show them.
Show them. Fuck you, I'm showing.
dude, you're gonna get his fucking video censored. YouTube's gonna.
We're already past the minute. We're already past the minute mark. They don't care. And on top of that, Susan doesn't own YouTube anymore. It's a new guy.
That's true. But I don't know. I'm brain gulper. Totally forgot what I was gonna say.
But anyways, so what were you doing with your MP5?
I'm turning my MP5K HPA.
Oh, okay.
And I'm building my PVS 69s.
Where's the coker?
He was supposed to be in, but he's not in right now. But
What the hell?
That's okay.
Kissed him if he doesn't get in here.
Anyways, I mean, for me, I don't really have another build going on. I mean, I have a secret build that I'm still putting together. I just haven't really figured out everything I want in it yet. And eventually, when I do get done with it and it's fully functional, there's only gonna be one time ever in any video that people are gonna see it get used, and then after that, I'm gonna give it away. But it's gonna be a different kind of giveaway. It's gonna be a little different. I haven't thought about how I'm gonna do it yet, but it's gonna be one of those type of giveaways.
Whoever wins in the gulag.
With live rounds.
I'm just gonna chuck this 5 pounds away at someone. Easy.
But anyways, so that's pretty much mine's all set and done because I have pretty much every single base gun there is. Even a sniper rifle that's sitting apart in my bucket right now.
Nice.
Yeah, it's apart right now. Oh, woo! Don't want to hit keyboard buttons. Hold on, I'm gonna move my keyboard so I don't accidentally hit fucking buttons. All right. So his next question is, what types of airsoft content do you like to consume raw gameplay, edit gameplay, build videos, reviews, etc. Like anything of those topics. Like what is it that what kind of videos do you like to watch?
Ladies first.
I don't know if she's ever watched any airsoft videos.
No,
She has to have
wait.
watched you at least.
I mean,
whoa. You know, lady can speak for herself. I watch plenty of fucking airsoft videos. Okay, majority being obvious elephant in the room, and also Nico Ortiz.
oh yeah,
Because there's
Nico. Well,
I love Nico.
he does reaction videos to them though. However, I can recommend quite a few
he
others.
has a separate. He used to have a separate channel where he used to post his airsofting clips.
Oh.
Where people were getting too sensitive, and they're like, "You're going too hard on them." He's like, "Fucking ex-military. What do you want from me?"
Yeah, see
He
that's
pissed off a bunch of people because he was just going ape shit on these
right.
sweats, bro.
Well, and the thing is too.
And then like all these kids started complaining, like, "You're too mean. You're going too hard." And he's like, "I'm in the
Okay.
army. What do you want from me?"
So
I'm
this
just
is
trying to do this."
this is the one thing that I can say I will fully agree on Nico on this is how many soft Call of Duty sweat players that do Milsim events there is. So guys like Nico, even names Nico, ex-British soldier way out on the Euro side. Like I like watching him and Kicking Mustang and Airsoft Cam and stuff like them over there on the European side, and watching them play versus watching people play here in the U.S. It's so sad because a lot of the times the people on the European side, they're very good sports about a lot of things. Yeah, some of them can't really fill the hits like when Kicking Mustang does the snipes and stuff. Some people can't really get the concept of filling that hit and stuff. And like for example, when we were at Wild West and I got hit and didn't feel it and the guy pointed it out, I had to like quickly readjust to that setting to be able to at least feel it. So I had to take it slower. Now, I will say this, when it comes to milsimmers, like the hardcore ones, normally it's the Call of Duty sweats that don't like to call their hits. They like to complain. Things don't go their way. They have this magical fucking health bar, and it's just like, what are you doing, dude? Like, you're hit, just take the hit, sit down. You got a red rag, and if it's medic, just wait till you res. Yeah, it gets boring sitting there waiting for a res, but you know, for people who like, for example, Airsoft Alphonse, when he's hit, he's also making some funny jokes in between clips of him sitting there. But it's just like, you got small amount. Why does your stuff keep going back to 100 dirt? I don't like this.
Because I'm not home. I'm at my parents' place right now.
Oh, okay. So your camera's like having a fun-filled spaz moment, and there we
I'll
go.
just turn it off right
Yeah,
now.
you
It's
can
fine.
have
I'll
yours.
turn
You
it
could
off.
have yours off for this
My
one
camera's
if you
going
need to.
off, dude. I have to charge it.
I was going to be on my Steam Deck, but it's out in the other room, and I don't have the time to switch over to it right now. So
That's fine. That's fine. Anyways, so like people who served in military, whether they're active duty or just coming back and found a way to resolve their PTSD and stuff, they're the ones that will actually take hit. Now, you'll probably get some here and there that'll be a little bit crying about some things, but at the same time too, like you get a lot of the ones that are like, hey, I'm enjoying this. This is a good cure. Blah blah blah. This and that. It'll be fine.
what are we talking about? Are we talking about Dead Raggers right now?
No, we're talking about what types of airsoft content do you like to consume, but like
Oh, like to
like
see-
gameplay footage, stuff like that. But anyways, now from segueing away from that, back to that question. go, Operator
Back
Chunk.
to that question. Operator, me?
Cool.
Yeah, go.
I'm so honored.
You
Alright.
were here before.
Oh.
Yo,
Oh, Chungus.
Jesus.
I mean, I'm obviously I watch my boy Shadow a lot. You know, I'm kind of forced to. Kills
Yeah,
me at
gunpoint.
every time a new video
forced
is
to,
released.
he says.
Leon, actually, some of your videos are unblocked on our school Chromebooks.
Oh.
Yeah, so I can just
What?
watch your videos in class. Yeah. Sadly, the podcasts are unblocked though, where you see the thumbnails.
That's funny.
Sadly, episode 3 is blocked. My favorite episode.
Like a bunch of kids in middle school. Like,
Well, no, because like
Bunch of kids-
schools, they
No, my entire sports med class is watching your videos. It's like,
Oh?
Yeah,
Oh.
I got rid of my glass, started watching what the teacher
That's
was
awesome.
just take notes.
Fake situation.
Starts
Your
telling him
channel
my
might get
channel.
blocked on school computers entirely soon. So anyways, I also watch a lot of Storm.
Oh yeah, Storm's another
I
good
find the
one.
unfunny moments, like, I don't know why. I just
Well,
find it
you
super
do
funny.
realize his unfunny moments are clickbait. They're funny either way.
They're still funny. I mean, I don't care if they're clickbait, man. It's
As long as he didn't put cheater in there, it's fine.
cheater.
That was one thing I have yet to do in any of my titles is put in cheater.
Bro,
Good job.
I don't know how.
Cheater.
Fucking hacking. He's hacking in real life, bro. He's hacking. He's hacking.
Yeah, I'm vanishing
Bro,
through walls.
He is literally like hitting the gritty. Joe Biden hits the gritty off Air Force One. What do we?
But is that all for you?
Remember, guys, I can
No. I also
to
watch
support
a lot of Storm Strikes.
the victims of the
The
no, I
Swamp
can
Sniper. I also watch a little bit of Ronin and
Okay.
yeah, you know Ronin and fuck, I forgot his name. I watch Alphonse a lot also. Yeah, he makes play videos also.
Mm-hmm.
I like his MG42.
Oh yeah, and his fake beard.
I love his.
That dude is
Yeah,
like
that's about it.
stacked on muscle.
Dude, I love how every play carrier can look like a micro rig on him.
I know, it's so funny.
I
He's such a
aspire to
big.
be that way.
Well, he's just
Like,
such a big bodybuilder, dude. Because he works out. Like that's why
Yeah.
he's the way he is because he works out.
especially because he works in his kit. Like he works out in his kit and trains in it.
Oh well, I mean, you can literally buy like at certain places. You can buy a whole like chest weight
Oh,
kit.
I know.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, 511 sells them now.
yeah,
Yeah,
511's
511
five.
Algerbruh.
Yeah, I think they started doing that a few years ago actually because they realized how good it is for people because it gets you into the weighted feel of like life, like actual plates and your ammo and shit.
I got this today.
But anyways, all right, is that it for you?
Yeah.
All right, do you want to go dirt or you want me to go?
I can just go really quick.
Okay.
We're talking about types of
Types of
videos we
like
or stuff
like
we
yeah
enjoy.
like people's videos that you enjoy watching like raw gameplay footage. Let's see what else did he put in the parentheses here like edited gameplays, build videos, reviews, anything really.
I preferably enjoy videos that are funny, but amongst also I really enjoy the videos from like Kicking Mustang and Dutch the Hooligan where they talk about the game mode and they actually show what's going on. Don't get me wrong, I love a good clips video every once in a while, watching somebody pop off just in one session. But personally, I like seeing longer videos that are about the field because then I can get familiar with that field. So if I ever decide or when I can, I want to travel around the states and go to different fields and we talk about them here on the podcast and say I've been to that field. And
Not only
I don't know,
that, but we could
I'm
even
more
go
of
as a collective group and stuff too, and all experience it too.
right, that too, and I really want to do that with you guys. I'm definitely more of a not necessarily raw, but mostly unedited video from like from
You're breaking in and out. You're breaking in and out.
My girlfriend did me.
Of course I am.
All right, say it again. It should be good now.
I was saying that I'm not a big fan of raw gameplay videos. I understand,
Like completely unedited.
like, nothing interesting. I mean, yeah, I'm not the biggest fan because I don't want to sit there for 20 minutes and parse through the fun parts and stuff like that, the actual interesting
Right,
parts.
like
I like a little bit of editing.
right.
Not a ton, but enough that like keeps the video engaging, and I know that we've only jumped ahead like anywhere between a couple seconds to a minute into the future because of the fact that something interesting didn't happen.
So basically, like my videos where I go back to spawn and then I snip out that part from when I'm walking back to spawn, and then I spawn in, and then like where I snip that part out.
Yeah, unless of course something like funny happened on your way back to
Yeah,
spawn,
yeah, like
that
if something like
you
randomly
create
fucking
the
happened
food.
in a funny moment, yeah.
Yeah,
Or if
I
you're
can
just
understand
scanning the
that,
spawn
but
and
I
watching
don't
me.
want. I hate to say it, I don't want to watch somebody walk all the way
All
back
the way
to
back.
spawn just
Yeah.
so they can start again. Like
Yep.
that's wasted time and that's how you lose interest
Yeah.
of
Oh yeah.
viewers as well.
Oh yeah. Like that's actually, which is funny because I used to do that with my older videos where I would like keep it recording all the way back to when I get to spawn and then when I go out. So I actually started like snipping that out because my videos would be as long as the match. It would be literally 15 minutes long or 12 minutes long as the match. And then I was like, you know what? I even told myself, I was like, you know what? This is kind of long. What if I just snip out the part from the moment I got hit, walking all the way back, unless something funny happens in between that, but walking all the way back, I touch the door to go respawn, and then continue on from there.
Yeah, and amongst also, you're gonna spend at least a good 3 minutes walking back to spawn of the majority of the match. So even if you cut out all those parts, your video is still gonna be a solid like 12 to 13 minutes, give or take.
Uh, Depends though, because like with mine, it actually narrowed down to like 8 to 10 minutes on the dot, which is unique. Unless the match has been
I
running really long. If the match has been really running really long, or like if you haven't been hit, then yeah, oh yeah, that's a process. But like even when Turts was doing a reaction vid to my video, he actually pointed out like if I'm in that area a little too long, like I should like cut it out to the point where I get ready to engage again, which makes sense because then at least it cuts out some of that time and then it keeps the video interesting.
Right. I had a train of thought. Now I lost it. Oh, I was just gonna say the fact that like, yeah, you just want to keep viewership and that's what I was gonna say. I mean, it also your video's length also depends on how eventful the match is gonna be as well. Because
Yep.
if you're getting shot a lot and walking back to spawn, yeah, it's gonna be a
It's
pretty
gonna be
short video. At that
it's gonna be
point.
like a 2 minute video.
Yeah, so it's also not easy per se to try to keep a video long because it really is dependent upon the events of the match, whether or
That
not
and
you're
like
getting out really often.
how often you're getting out, how often you're moving, how often you're keeping your swiftness going and stuff like that. Keeping it interactive.
Are you looking for trouble and stuff like that? Are you looking to get into a gunfight? Like, are you getting to places that are actually active and not just sitting in a corner for half the game? And out of the 15 minutes, you're actually only getting like 5 minutes worth of clips because that's when you actually shot anybody or surrendered somebody.
Right.
Right.
I will also say, I mean, build videos are cool to me, but not the most interesting thing to me. It's cool to see a build video, see what somebody's done with a certain gun, like, oh, I took this $100 airsoft gun and tricked it the hell out, and stuff like that. Oh my gosh, it shoots amazing now and stuff. Like, there are those types of videos that every once in a while do pique my interests, but it's a very once in a while situation.
Right.
But that's my opinion of my favorite airsoft videos that I enjoy the most and stuff. Is I like a video to be eventful. I like to be able to see the field. I prefer videos to be not per se
Right.
non-edited, but like I'm not saying like don't include like sound effects and all the other
Right.
stuff.
Right.
Like,
Right.
the jumping and forward in time sometimes can get a little convoluted. I think that's the right point. Is like if you jump too far ahead in time, you have no idea what's happened at that point because like you were at one location and now you're completely somewhere different without context, which is why I enjoy Kicking Mustang's videos because he'll jump ahead in time because of the way his play style. He'll jump ahead of time and be like, hey, we've reached our destination now of where we're at. Here's where we are from our last location since you guys probably last saw.
Well, and that like not only that, but like even then, like with me, if I'm gonna be doing something like that, I probably put in a little bit of commentary of letting people know that I'm just moved ahead of time, like just change position or something. But at the same time too, I could literally just be in the same room still and just move forward. And which is for example, right now I'm working on Friday's video. So when this video goes up, this podcast goes up, Friday's video has already been worked on and ready to go. Which is going to be really unique, by the way, because I just showed B and Chunk the little funny thing I just did because I realized I could do it. But anyways, but there's a part where I was in this one spot, nice and long, and I clipped that part out until I was moving again. And that's all I did. So it shortened it just a little bit.
Sometimes I'll make cuts that, like, if I'm still in the same room or something like that, or like, let's say I leave one room, nothing really eventful happens, but I happen to walk back into the same room, or I'm standing in about the same position. I'll even cut to that point so it looks like I never left, because then I already know that there was nothing eventful that had happened between me leaving that room and walking back into it, that it looks seamless, and you don't have to worry about, like, missing out on anything either. I
Right.
can't name anything off the top of my head of any specific videos of mine that I've done that, but I vaguely remember, like, doing it maybe once or twice, especially entire room. Like, I walked in an entire room, nothing, and then I walked out. Nothing eventful happened. I walked back in, and I just cut it to that point because nothing happened. So why include that?
Right. Yeah. Is that top it off for you?
Yeah.
All right.
I think that's
So
everything I have to say about the topic.
for me, I enjoy gameplay videos. For example, like you said, Kicking Mustang. I also enjoy like Airsoft Cammans, Alphons, Dutch the Hooligans, um, Storm's little cut ones. I don't mind those because he does really good with them. And then like even with Turts, like Turts' videos, I actually I enjoy them. I don't go to steal his ideas or anything like that because his editing style is very different from my editing styles. And like he even pointed out like my whole thing is different than his whole thing, which is nice because then you don't have people copying one another. And I mean, you're not really copying if everybody else is kind of also doing the same thing, but it's what's happening in there. Now, I will say this, I also enjoy our boy Alger's videos. Like he's very good at what he does. He does add a little bit of music in there, which is nice, It doesn't drain out what he's doing. It doesn't and his audio doesn't drain out what the music's doing. So you can still hear the music even if it's loud. So his videos too I actually enjoy as well. But I also do like to watch builds, like people's builds and stuff on YouTube every once in a while because if I am doing some like techie stuff on my own stuff and then I'm just like, you know what? I want to kind of look to see how this goes. I'll go look it up, see how they do it, and then see if I can do something different than what they did.
That's pretty much the only time I ever look at build videos myself as well. So if it relates something to similar to what I'm trying to do, or fix something, or add something to any of my guns, then I'll probably go look up a guy that at least works similar to my gun. Again, depending on what gun I'm working on.
Right.
That's typically the only time. Unless, of course, like absolutely somehow a thumbnail catches my eye, or it's like a fascinating gun, like the PPSH or something like that, some sort of PPSH build. I don't know, I'm just pulling that out of my rear. Like, if it's something that is not a very common gun that's used in airsoft, and somebody did a build with it and it's really well done, yeah, I'll watch it.
Yeah, like there's
So, like your G3 video. I love G3A3s. I miss mine.
now
Mother blew up.
Since we got pretty much that well thought out and answered, he had one more question in here. What's a dream airsoft gun of yours that's currently out that you want?
See, the problem is I have my dream gun now, which was the MP7. I had really wanted a gas blowback MP7 for the longest time. So when I met the guy who sold it to me, and he was being dead serious about wanting to sell it to me, I couldn't believe it at all. Granted, I'm still kind of working on the gun. My magazine's broken, obviously. I'm still on the fence about whether or not I'm going to convert that mag into a adapter for my tank, so I can like use that. But I also really enjoy reloading. Yeah,
well,
HPA.
I mean, if you HPA
also
tap the mags, you can reload that way. Or if you HPA tap the gun but leave the mags as they are, you can still reload them. You can get a conversion. Not really, actually. There's a guy that I watch. They're the ones that made the what was it? The battle comms, the battle link or whatever they called it. They're the ones that converted their gas blowback guns into HPA guns, but it still had the full gas blowback features. It just is ran on a line instead of instead of on gas, and so their mags and stuff are still the same. Like they're still gas mags, but you don't have to put any gas in it.
Okay, then I'm highly interested. Send me that just so I can like kind of do some research about it because I'd love to be able to use my third mag again. I'd be more than willing just to shove a spring back into it so that obviously the BBs are still feeding. But if I can get away with not having to use gas anymore, but I have the opportunity to still reload, I'd really enjoy doing that.
So true.
But to answer the question off that tangent, I don't really have any guns in mind right now per se. I guess no. I guess I would say I'd probably want to do a gas blowback MP5 eventually, but that's still like far down the line.
Right.
But I haven't done any research about it about doing an MP5 build of any sort, what I want to attach to it, how I want to run it per se. It's just kind of been up on my list as a bucket on my bucket list of airsoft guns I'd like to own and use eventually.
My camera just popped in and out. That was weird. Anyways. Yeah, no, for me, brand-wise, my dream one's a VFC brand, but gun-wise, not 100% sure. I do know I want it as an M4 base, but
Would you
at
do like
least an
another
M4
DMR
platform.
kind of setup?
Not so much another DMR, more for just indoor range type of thing.
Like an
Same,
SPR
something
build.
that's like my MK18 for my gas blowback.
Ooh, nice.
Something
Okay.
something
Would
similar
you-
to that, but not an MK18 like base.
Would you HPA it or would you keep it?
No,
on
I would leave it. I would leave it because I don't want to deal with a tank on my back and then slam against the brick wall
Fair
or
enough,
or
fair
even
enough.
the corner walls because that just makes me lose my like hiding capabilities of like, okay, I'm gonna wait for somebody to sneak by and then dink.
I mean, it's not too bad. It depends on the bag you choose. I'll definitely say the black bag I use
Well,
when
I
carrying
mean-
my tank is really annoying, but I've switched to a different bag now that's much more slim but can still carry my tank.
I mean, you've seen my bag. It's a camel bag. But even
True.
then,
It's
like
a pretty small bag.
it's also because my tank is also thick. It's like a 6500 by 45 or something or 65 by 4500 something around there.
I don't know what these guys are saying.
It's like cubic feet with PSI
alright.
or something.
I guess I'll have to learn this shit when I.
Hey man,
It's-
math is not my strong suit.
I tell people math isn't my strong suit either. Unless you give me a sniper rifle, then I'll not miss my shots.
I guess I'll go. I have a lot of dream guns because
Of course you do.
I'm a young aspiring child. Anyways, I think my my personal dream gun right now, I have to say the Terran Tactical Sand Viper 2011 because I need a sidearm and it's just a nice ass pistol. And after watching the first 3 John Wicks, I'm like, oh, I need it. I need it.
Oh, I
Okay, SpongeBob.
need it.
And rifle wise, I want an FCX Rattler. A Rattler would be really nice. Unless Sig Air comes out with the spear, I hope they do come out with a spear soon. I love the MCX spear.
Oh, I
For
don't
shits
know.
and giggles, I eventually want to get a deagle. just
Eagle
for
or a
the
beagle?
giggles.
How about you,
Eagle
B?
versus
Any
beagle.
any airsoft guns you kind of been looking at?
Other than the ones that you showed me, no.
Okay.
Your face looks a little red there. You okay?
Uh-huh. I'm also a little warm because I'm still wearing my hoodie and it's warm in my place as well.
Puss.
And I also have a white beaming light on my face. Like, what do you expect?
Sure, that was a very convincing.
Anyways, so
This man is starstruck.
It's too hot. He's like, the spot. I gotta air. My butt's
Anyways,
sweaty. Come on, guys, I gotta-
so anyways, actually, I need to take off my my jacket.
Ooh, he's dripping on camera.
Ooh, babe, there's a miner here.
Hey, there's miners here.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Your vanity.
Get off me.
Bro thinks
Get off me.
Wait.
Ah, my arm.
Bro
It
thinks
still
he's Venom.
hurts.
What the fuck? Bro thinks he's Venom.
Oh, it's nice and cool out. Oh my god. I feel so good right now. Okay, Kobe that shit back there. Alright.
Let's say rest in peace.
Speaking of your arm, how is your arm feeling?
It's getting better. It's just if I twist it in a certain way, like today when I was like pulling the emergency brakes and stuff, when I twist it in a certain way, like and lift, it still hurts, but it's getting better. It's getting there. It's gonna be like this for like maybe another week and a half, but it should be good. Here's the.
That's good to hear.
Ooh, yummy.
This is like
You're gonna have to blur
hard
that.
scabbed. This is hard scabbed. I'm not gonna have to blur it. It's not. It's not. It's not showing any bone.
I'm kidding.
Not yet, at least.
Rip off the scab.
I am not ripping off the scab, you son of a bitch. If I'm gonna rip off the scab, I'm gonna mag dump you point blank with 120 psi with my Berber gun with .25s and .3s.
Peel off your skin. Peel off your skin. There's microorganisms living in your skin. Peel it off.
This took a weird turn.
Anyway, since we got those lovely questions answered. All right. So what else? What else? So what other topics should we bring up into this?
What is your guys' dream play carrier setup / belt setup?
I already have mine.
I think we've kind of done a similar topic.
Yeah, we did. Like we had pretty well.
No, we didn't talk about our play carriers.
Yeah, we
Hey,
did.
We did like our third episode when you like joined us or whatever like that. One of the episodes you first joined us was about play
no.
carriers.
I'm not gonna lie, I
Was
wasn't
it?
that when I watched the video and you guys talked about it.
I forget. Sorry guys, I'm a
Jesus.
little retarded. I'm a
Bitch.
little retarded.
You're old. You're old. Uh-huh.
I sound retarded.
You're old.
So since
You're old.
I sound I'm retarded, not old.
since we're on this whole thing, it looks like we're gonna be at playing at Gilbert for a while again, cause you know summertime is right around the corner and it's gonna be hot out.
Yeah, and I refuse to go to Phoenix.
Yeah. Oh God, no.
refuse to go back.
I've played at Phoenix one time.
Let's go.
One time.
Fucking do it.
Never again. Never
Let's
again.
do it. Let's do it.
I've been twice.
Let's gain feet off cancer. I
I
would be surprised if I don't get a brain tumor afterwards. I want to do it.
You already a brain tumor.
I do. I'm
I
Walter
like
Hartwell White.
this field. I just don't like the players, and I also wish that the setup of the field could be just slightly
I
modified.
wish they changed it.
I wish they changed everything.
It's a, it just some things are just not fine at all. Like the fact that every game everybody meets in the center, and that's it. Nobody pushes around. There's nothing of the like pushing through the halls on the
Well,
left side.
that and
or-
like
That's why
it's
they changed the
everything.
gameplay dynamic.
Everything is in the open basically. It's minimal cover. Everything's in the open.
That sounds
which
kinda
is
fun.
fine, but at the same time, though, again, like the field is set up in such a way that you always meet center, that
Ugh.
the rest of the field feels useless. So if you run over there, well, guess what? You're never going to run into an enemy that's over there, because well, they're never
Well,
going to
yeah,
make it
but
over
you'll
there or
still-
something.
I mean, you'll still be able to get behind them, right?
Yeah, but even then, but even then, because the way the field is set up, people are getting out so often that by the time a person even would sneak up behind your team, you're already gonna have team members.
Well,
who are
and
gonna
and,
fight
and not
you.
only that, it's literally like Wild West. The spawns are on the same side, on different corners, the same side.
Oh, lovely.
So
they?
there's yeah,
I mean,
yeah. The door.
I mean, I really do
No,
want
no. At Phoenix, they're the same side.
funny.
You both push out, but like you have cover at least. But you both push out, and then everything's gun ho point at that point.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. Like Phoenix is fine. I do agree it needs to be modified. It needs to be modified in such a way that it like pushing up the left or right side, you don't clearly see down to the other side across the map to see other players. If that didn't happen,
Why did the
I feel
cameras
like
make
the
my
push.
arm look so fucking big?
What?
I feel like if you couldn't see clear across the map from the left side across to the right or the right to the left and stuff like that, and you couldn't see, and like you were forced to have to take another path to get around to that side, I feel like the field would play out better because that would force people to play like it's Gilbert by moving around.
It'll give them a
entire field
chance to
and not-
spread out. It'll give them a chance to spread out.
Exactly.
It's not an immediate shootout. It'll give them a chance to spread out.
I mean, you always hear the saying, "Shine the light out of the roaches."
Now, I will say this. During summertime, though, I do want to head up to the field up in Chino Valley.
I'd be down to join.
Oh,
And the only reason why is because it's up north in the woods, and it's actually a lot nicer out there than it would be here. Now, what I plan to do is bring my ghillie suit.
Nice.
I plan to.
I still am wearing my normal gear and everything, and my helmet and stuff, but with my hat and everything that I have, I'm going to make small adjustments with the hat part with my ghillie suit.
Are you running a boonie or like?
No, I'm running my helmet, but like I have a cover specified for that I can do.
Like a baseball cap bill
No,
on your helmet?
no.
Oh,
So you know how like ghillie suits will have like that over the face protection type thing, and it's got that netting there. So what I can do is I can actually modify it to where it just sits on the helmet and doesn't move. And then the rest of my body's in a ghillie suit, and then I throw my plate carrier over it and readjust my plate the netting around the plate carrier so then it hides the plate carrier a little better.
it's
You're just
Honest-
gonna throw a sniper veil over your helmet and call it a day.
There,
Kind of like.
I'm wearing a ghillie suit.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
A headpiece comes with it that you don't have to wear a helmet for or a hat for. However, I'm throwing it on top of my helmet in a way that it works so then it doesn't get caught. And my head's protected also from heavy ass BBs.
Okay, now I get it.
There you go.
I'll finally be
Jesus.
able to wear fucking Marpat Woodland up there.
Yeah, you'll be able to do like whatever you need to. There's one of the owners, the
Operation
son,
Success.
the son out there. He wears like a whole like Crusader outfit, like the helmet and everything. Not even kidding.
God, I want.
I need to shave my
For
face.
my next camos, I'm probably gonna get
Perfect.
Marpat Woodland and DPM though. Woodland DPM. Because I feel like it would be good up north. You know what I'm saying?
No, if anything, Leon, you got to get that wild man face going on if you're gonna wear your ghillie suit. Come on, you know it's part of the deal.
Look. Okay, there's like right here, a good like maybe quarter of it. There's hair, but then when I come over here, it's like a little bit of hair. There's not much going on right there, so I gotta like shave everything but the goatee and the mustache.
No, bro, you gotta just keep the mustache. The mustache is all you need.
The stash is signature.
Dude, just rock a pedo.
I don't. Oh God, no. Well, I don't know why, but I genuinely think I actually look pretty good though with the goatee and the mustache the way it is, because I also kind of look like a pirate, but also I also kind of look like somebody that like Doc Holliday from Tombstone, the movie, the actor for Doc Holliday.
Kinda.
I kind of got that.
I see it. The facial structure is just a bit off.
A little bit, but like
But
the actor was a bit more round faced in a way. Mine's more of a narrow drop point.
True. I mean, on Homecoming, I looked just like Miles Teller.
You look like Michael Jackson. What are we trying to do?
No,
Go
I look like Miles
hee on
Teller.
them boys.
Ew.
You're just gonna be like,
Bro.
Yeah, boy. Oh my gosh.
oh man, I need to start drinking beer while doing these podcasts. You know how great that would be.
I'm not gonna be there for that podcast.
Hilarious.
That's for sure.
No, you'll be fine. I'll be intoxicated enough that I can still function, but also not intoxicated enough that I won't remember shit.
So real. So real. It's real.
I don't have any topics to bring to the table right now off the top of my head, personally. And I feel like, I'm not saying that we've talked about everything there is about
No,
Airsoft.
there's plenty more. I will say this
There's
though, I
plenty
was
more.
kind of disappointed in my Kythera when it came to those .4s.
Honestly, dude, I felt
I
kind
have
of
a
bad.
question.
Huh.
And it was actually because my friend Dakota was talking about it the other day. Have you guys ever encountered like a pick-me girl at an airsoft range that was like trying to play but like wasn't there to actually play but to get guys?
Not on my
What?
end. I've experienced
Or is that just a
3.
California thing?
So okay, so basically have you ever
I hate
experienced
Californians.
okay, let me put it this way. Well, let me reword it for your chunk brain to understand. Have you ever encountered a female that goes there to not play but to show off as if she's playing, basically sits in spawn just to go there to hit on dudes?
I've never seen that.
I
I
have
have never seen that.
I have yet to come across it. However, I've come across female players that have played there, and there's times where when I've had them on my team, they would literally sit and spawn, and I wanted to mag dump them to get them moving, but I was just being nice enough to help them push out to get over that fear, because I was like, you guys are gonna get shot at some point, and it's not gonna be by the enemy. I'm gonna forewarn you that I may end up shooting you if you don't get out of this spawn and help push up.
Yeah.
And they'd be like,
This
well, I'm
guy-
scared. I'd be like, you know what? Just stick with me and you'll be fine. And normally that works. Like, that's also another thing, too, is like, I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is. But every time we go to play, and, like, especially when I would go and stuff, and, kids watch my videos and stuff like that. They see how I play. There's plenty of them that witness how I played. I'd be already pushed all the way to the spawn area, and it'd be like this for 2-3 matches. I'd ask the ref, hey, do you want me to swap? They'll swap me. And then as soon as I go to help out the opposing team, they get excited, and all of a sudden they want to push out of their spawn.
Dude, you're like the Arnold Schwarzenegger of VIP Airsoft.
I would say more like,
Motivation.
yeah, I was going to say I'm probably more of a motivator for them than they are.
That's
I think
that's why I said.
Because
Arnold
if
Schwarzenegger.
you think about it, like guys like myself, even Dirt, when we have our full tacked out stuff on us, and I guess with me and my height, it can look scary. It can look scary to them.
I don't think I look scary, but I'm a little chunky boy when I'm wearing my gear.
Well, I've had people tell
look
me
beautiful in my
I've
gear.
had players tell me they were scared of me.
That would be beautiful in my gear.
I've had players tell me they were scared of me, not just about me in general. It was the way I played, is what scared them.
I've
I'm
only
not
been ever
scared
told
of-
once that I was scary.
You're scary at first, but when I'm on your team, I'm not scared.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're scared of me when I'm on the opposing team.
Also, it's kind of scary just not knowing you. Like,
Not knowing
I'd
how
be
I
scared
play,
if I
not
didn't know
knowing
you.
how I move.
but now if I go against you, I know who you're gonna play, so I'm not really scared to play against you. But it is kind of scary at the same time.
Well, at the same time too, because I always keep people guessing. That's the thing, is I always keep people guessing. They're not ever gonna know. That's the
true.
thing.
You never run the same route. You never
No,
run the same route.
every time, like yes, my videos when I go to spawn back in, it looks like I'm about to run the same route, but then you kind of notice that it starts to either slow down or it takes a different turn, because then it gets swapped and changed, because for me it's more of last minute decisions of, I don't think just about moving around. I kind of think of it in a tactical perspective. I actually am in the enemy's head because I know how they're going to move. And I know where they're going to move. And not only that, but fun fact about a lot of the players, especially those who watch me, fun fact, as soon as I see you, I already know how you play. That's the thing. As soon as I see you, I already know how you play. I already know your play style. I already know which way you're gonna go. I already read you. I'm very good at reading people.
Are you though?
Yes.
Bro reads me like a book.
And
He,
now,
he probably knows what I'm thinking about right now.
but everybody's movement, especially in this field, to me is always the same. There's no change to it. Maybe there's a couple that kind of play the way I play, but they don't play exactly the way I play. They kind of caught the concept, but then at the same time too, they still keep their style and they can't keep up with it because, just like Turd said, I move slow. But I don't. But like he doesn't say it in a bad way. He says it in a way that others won't really understand the part of I move slow. I move slow in a tactical sense, in a combat sense. A lot of these other players will move fast and they'll do a lot of running guns. They'll miss their shots. They will come around the corner too quick and they leave themselves open. The only time people will ever see me move fast is as soon as I see a player that's not on my team. And you can see how quick I can move to cover. And I'm very quick on moving to cover. Because not only that, basically, let me put you guys inside my head. I will give you guys the best description of what goes on inside my head when running this field. Or any field, really. For example, Wild West, it's a new field. But my brain sees it as the same as an indoor field because a lot of these buildings and structures are pretty close. There's less cover, but it's similar. Now, the way my brain works for these kind of things is because fun fact, I was taught as a sniper. I won't go into detail about that. So I have a sniping mindset. It's a lot of shoot and move. Shoot a few, move. Shoot a few, move. And a lot of players, they don't understand that. They don't understand the concept behind that. The reason why I do this is because it prevents you from knowing my exact pinpointed location because I already know that you as a dead player are going back to spawn. You're looking dead at me. I'm already on the move. By the time you look at me and you look away, I'm gone. I'm no longer there. I'm already in another position. I already thought 10 steps ahead of you. I'm in another position and I already know you're there. Now keep this in mind. Keep this in mind. I don't play at a full 75, 100% when I'm playing, especially at Gilbert. I don't play the full potential there is. And the reason for it being is because I have no need to. This is a sport. This is to have fun. I only put in 25 to 50% of that experience that I had. And the reason for it being is because I like to also keep it moving in a real world situation. Now, when I'm moving across these fields, my brain is already constantly going. And it's not going in a sense of, okay, the enemy's going to go here, the enemy's going to go here. No, it's in a constant movement of keep moving, keep that finger on that trigger, and get ready to squeeze. Look for movement that isn't yours. Shoot first, ask questions later. That type of stuff. So that's what's going through my head. And as I'm moving through these field, the field itself, I also listen out for things. I also pay attention to my surroundings. I pay attention to what's been moved and what hasn't been moved. I pay attention to who's moved where. And not only that, but also kind of keep a head count as to when I'm moving, as to how many are in the room. And that's why I'm so quick to either at this field surrender everybody or shoot them in the back really quick while I continue to move. That's why I can also get that multi-piece. And then you'll get speed QB players that'll go in there and do something similar to that. However, they're not shooting and moving. They're just moving to the point where they're going to have a faster reaction time to do something that you blatantly stood there and were like, huh? Like you stand there like an NPC. Like you don't know what just happened. I'm always on my toes. I'm always looking out. Not only that, but when it comes to random players going to follow me, I don't rely on them. And that's what a lot of people fail to realize. If it's my team member following me and they're going to stick with me, I will rely on them. And then if they tell me they're going to break off, then I will no longer need to rely on them.
I typically let you know when I break off. Most
Yeah.
times.
Oh yeah. Everybody. Well, phrase that. Majority of people that are on my team are very well good at communicating when they're breaking off from me, or when I break off from them. I will tell them breaking off, or breaking off left, or breaking off right, breaking off center, because of the fact that it then helps that person or yourself know now you're by yourself. Just keep watch and keep moving.
It gets the player, whomever, whether you're telling me to break off or something like that, it gets me back into my mindset of knowing that I'm going to be back on my own.
Yeah, it already helps that mentality to know. And like,
Because if somebody just breaks off randomly, it will always catch you off guard. But if you're told that somebody's going to break off from the group, whether it's you, whether it's me, or whatever it may be, it helps. It just helps immediately mentally prepare everybody else, or if it's just you again, back into that mindset of just being on your own.
and what's really funny too is like I've had some people tell me in person, they'd be like, "Why do you always send somebody else first before you?" And they've told me
Dude,
this
I
in
ain't dying
person.
today.
Well, I'll put it in this perspective. I look at what I'm carrying and I look at what they're carrying. Normally, a lot of these players are carrying a handgun, a short barrel no stock shotgun, like Dirtman and his cousin Cody. You've seen him on some of my videos where I had him come in front of me with that shotgun, or they're
Mm-hmm.
carrying a SMG of some sort or a shorter barrel rifle than my rifle. And so what I actually do is I'll have them take point on that and quickly check the corner while I watch their rear, making sure nothing happens. Now, if they get hit, then I know somebody's in that room. The only question is if they're in that room, where? And if not only where, but have they moved? And if I don't exactly know, because I already know that they're in that room, but if I don't exactly know their position, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a different route. And that's also another thing people fail to realize is they're just gonna run through and try to get it now. A lot of times too, I just don't care, and I'll just run through it because I just don't care. I'll Leroy Jenkins that stuff. But a lot of the times too, like you'll see me change directions and change route because of the fact that I already know now you're in that room. Now you're in my trap. You just gave yourself away rather than wait it out to see how many are coming out to push.
Shadow's just like, I'm not stuck in here with you. You're all stuck in here with me.
Pretty much. It's like that time where I posted up on my TikTok, but also was it was also on my channel as well that I put in, some Modern Warfare voiceovers with like Captain Price and stuff, where I was up in the Green Tower, and when that they had that clear window there at the time, I was watching like 5 people go by, and I just waited. I waited it out because I wanted to see where they were all going to go and how I was going to do it. And as soon as that happened, I got all 5 of them. And actually, I think there was 6 of them. Yeah, there were 6 of them, I think. But I got 5 of the 6 because the sixth one was already in a point lead and way ahead. That he actually ended up getting me, which was perfectly fine. Like I wasn't trying to go and get all of them at some point. No, I wanted to at least expose myself to the point where he can get me, give him a chance to get me. Because I was already near their spawn and I was already gonna get bored. That's also another thing with me is if I'm in your spawn, I'm not sitting in there no more than like 30 seconds because I do get bored. Because nobody gets out and it just gets boring and it's not fair to them.
Being fair is fun.
Being reasonably fair is fun. Like I'll go back to like midway of the field or I'll go and loop around and take a different route. Which is also goes back to the whole content thing we were talking about. You don't want to stay in one spot too long and it just get boring and it's just the same thing over and over again in that area.
Right.
You know what I think would be pretty funny? If someone made an airsoft suicide vest and used it at VIP. I
That
don't know why.
took a turn.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know, I think it'd be kind of funny. Like, yo.
Dude, I have to tell you some crazy shit that happened one time when I was doing a 4:30 session at VIP.
You should save it for the next podcast. Keep
Oh, this
everybody-
one. No, this one's gonna be quick. This one's gonna be
Alright.
quick. And plus, there's a couple more minutes anyways because I started the recording early, and yeah. Anyways, so I was playing at one of the night sessions, and I believe I was using my ARP9 at the time. And this was, I believe, when I was running my ex-team members under my team. So there was a match we were doing, and these group of kids made a vinegar bomb out of a water bottle.
Oh,
What?
my heavens.
A vinegar bomb.
Oh, what's that?
Mix it up with vinegar, baking soda, and some other things inside of a water bottle. Shake it up until it explodes.
Yep.
Somebody made one of those, shook it up in the field, which, by the way, that can cause some burning to the skin.
Mm-hmm.
If it touches your skin, you have to immediately go to the bathroom and rinse it off for a good 30 minutes with cold water.
That is fucked.
It's literally like battery acid, except battery acid you'd also have to use like this ointment and stuff to kind of get rid of it. But anyways,
I love drinking battery acid.
so somebody did that. They threw it in the field, it exploded, and then they ended up having to get kicked out because they had to figure out who did it. And they figured it out, like they ran the cams and they figured out who did it, and all of a sudden they got kicked out and they were banned for good. They actually forged their mom's name on the waiver.
Bro,
Yeah,
this shit
and let me
was
tell you,
fun.
you can hear the mom yelling at those 4 kids all the way back to the vehicle, and I mean yelling, and she was smacking the back of their heads and stuff. Like, this was straight up like they deserved it.
Oh, yeah. Wow, what a bunch of idiots.
It was crazy.
What a I can't. I'd say a word. I can't say it. It is derogatory to special kids.
Oh man. Anyways, all right. I guess we can end it here now, since we're pretty much out of Alger's questions. Which, by the way, thank you, Alger, for those interesting questions to bring up into this. Sadly, you weren't able to make it to this podcast for it, but there's always next time. Still trying to get Turts into the podcast. Be sure to check out Turts' videos for those who watch me, or you already have watched him and you already are sub to him. And I mean, some of them also came over to my channel because his reaction videos. So thank you, Turts, for that. Go check out Alger's videos. He does a lot of gas blowback stuff. He also has a lot of cool stuff as well. So go check out his videos as well. And also be sure to also check out Dirtman's. I'll be leaving their info into the description down below. Make sure you scroll through it. And just say it with a serious face. Make sure you scroll through it. Scroll. But,
I'll be in your room at 3 a.m.
Right, I'll be standing in the corner in the dark, just staring at you with my whole gear on, just staring, just...
No, you see, it's scarier because I'm taller and I'm wider.
You're
So
just
then my
chunk.
shadow,
You're just
see my
chunk.
shadow.
They'll know
Look
you're
at
there
that
versus me. The only thing they'll see is the white skull on the mask.
Unless I have night vision.
I got those two.
Your gear's not NIR.
You guys can duke this out
They have an
afterwards.
IR. You're fine.
Anyways, thank you for watching. Be sure to check them out and leave a like. Also, comment down below if you want to bring up any other topics or questions or conversations that you want in the next podcast. Other than that, oh yeah, the whole fan art thing. Anyways, thank you for watching. Bye bye. Oh my arm, that was a bad idea to